And now, the last word. As we enter the 2022 election cycle, there is a phrase you will hear over and over again. In fact, you've already heard it countless times here in Texas. This morning, I want you to know that this is intentional. It is by design. Christopher F. Rufo is credited with being the architect of this strategy, if you will. After the Virginia gubernatorial race, Rufo tweeted this: Glenn Youngkin made critical race theory the closing argument to his campaign and dominated in Blue Virginia. We're building the most sophisticated political movement in America, and we have just begun. Critical race theory, sophisticated political movement. Now, last month, one of the authors of the critical race theory laws in Texas attended a school board meeting in Conroe discussing guidance for teachers on the new laws. Representative Steve Toth said teachers should tell students that the, quote, evils of our past don't live up to the authentic founding principles of the United States. Of course, keep in mind some of the men writing those authentic principles had slaves and didn't see a problem with that. And then there's the fact that the Constitution even refers to slaves as 3/5 of a person. So these men weren't living up to these principles, which some might argue is part of the basis of this philosophy. But hey, that's another topic for another day. Let's get back to what teachers should teach. Take a listen to what was said.
There are not two sides to the Holocaust. There are not two sides to slavery. There's not a contending side to some of the evils of our past. There aren't two sides to Jim Crow. There's not a contending side to that. Can we all agree that that was evil? We can, right? So we're not asking teachers to give an alternate perspective on the evils of slavery, Jim Crow, or Adolf Hitler, or the Nazis. It's part of the historical record. It's not debated. We have, in fact, asked teachers to make sure that when they discuss current events, that they do that from a diverse standpoint.
Reasonable people can probably agree that elementary, middle, and even high school students shouldn't be learning collegiate or graduate level course material, which is what critical race theory is. And most Texas teachers will tell you, in fact, they said it in this meeting, they don't teach CRT. Regardless, that's not what House Bill 3979 or Senate Bill 3 do. The term critical race theory is nowhere in the bills. What is the phrase diverse and contending perspectives. And here's the thing about Representative Toth's logic. The Holocaust, slavery, Jim Crow have all ended. Racism has not. It's still very real in current events, and so are the actions of racist people. Sure, you can look to events in the 90s and early 2000s, but you don't have to go that far back. 2015, Charleston, South Carolina. A man killed 9 people in a church because they were black. You also don't have to go that far away. 2019, El Paso, Texas. A man killed 23 people in a Walmart because they were Hispanic. And just in October, anti-Semitic banners hung in our city of Austin. Teachers ought to be able to teach the truth, plain and simple. There are no diverse and contending perspectives to hate. That's the last word. And this has been Texas This Week.